If I said today that we're making steamed fish, you'd probably just go, and change the channel. Because what is there to know? But Dan says he has a new recipe that delivers more flavor than either grilled or roasted.
That's right. So I love steamed fish, but you have to do it right. Oven steaming is my favorite way to do it. It's really hands-off. You get super moist, really, really tender fish. But you got to do it the right way. So we're going to start with some intensely flavorful ingredients, working with scallions, ginger, and garlic. And we're going to use them in a couple different ways. So first things first, I have 6 scallions here. They're going to coarsely chop. They're going to go in my baking pan, and that's actually going to be our steaming vessel. So out of these two here, this is where we're going to get a little fancier. We're going to do some nice thin bias cuts on them. So just kind of stack these up here. I'm going to transfer these to a bowl, and we will reserve them for a garnish at the end. So the next really flavorful ingredient is ginger. We're going to use this in 2 ways as well. So I've got about a 3-inch piece here, and 2 inches of it I'm going to coarsely chop. We're not looking for perfect knife skills here, just trying to access that flavor. And that's going to go in here as well.
All right.
And then for this piece here, I'm going to do a nice julienne. So I want to trim off a little of the bottom there. And make really nice thin slices. And then what I like to do is stack a few pieces. A little deck of cards, little ginger cards. And then I'm just going to slice that same rough thickness that I was doing on this side. Same thing here.
Nicely done.
Great. So that's a garnish. We're going to set that aside. Now to this, we're also going to add 3 cloves of garlic that are sliced thin. That's going to be super flavorful. So let's head over here, and we're going to make our sauce. So this sauce is going to be really, really important. It seasons the fish in the end, but it also provides all the steam in the oven. And it's going to start with 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice wine. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil. Little goes a long way, but it's really, really rich, nice flavor. I've also got 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, so a little bit of sweetness to help balance things out. I also have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Soy sauce is pretty salty, so we just need a little bit to balance it. And then finally, one of my favorite ingredients is a 1/4 teaspoon of ground white pepper. It's gonna add a ton of complexity to this dish.
All right. So the difference between white peppercorns and black peppercorns comes down to how they're processed. Black peppercorns are the unripe berries from the pepper plant, and they're dried, which is why they look a little shrunken, and their outer skin has a bittery, spicy flavor. White peppercorns, on the other hand, are the ripe berries, and they're soaked and fermented in water, and then that skin is removed. So their flavor is floral and light and a little bit more complex. So if you want bold and spicy, go for the black peppercorns. If you want light and fragrant, go for the white.
Okay, so we've got all our components, and it is now time to build the ultimate oven steamed fish setup.
In a brownie pan.
Yes, it's crazy, right?
It is a little crazy.
So if you think it's weird that we're in a brownie pan, we're also gonna make a sling in the same way that we do for brownies. The fish is gonna go on that. It's gonna be perfect. So we have a piece of foil here that I folded over, so it's about 6 inches wide and about 18 inches long. And I'm gonna press it in. Now we don't want the fish to stick to it, so I'm gonna use a little bit of cooking spray on there.
Clever.
Now it's time to look at our beautiful fish. So we have cod here. It's one of my favorite fish, but anything in the cod family, so pollock, haddock, hake would be great as well, will work perfectly in this recipe. You want something that flakes apart when it's cooked, is a little mild, but really, really nice and meaty too. So I have 4 6-ounce fillets here.
Beautiful.
Now, there's not a lot of trick to doing this, but you do want to look for any of the thinner pieces you have, and those should go in the center. They'll cook a little bit slower that way.
Yeah, protect thinner pieces in the middle.
So now I'm going to take this sauce here and pour it around the fish. As I mentioned, it's going to create that really nice steamy environment in the oven. Later on, after that fish has given its liquid into it, it's also going to make an incredible sauce. Ooh,
just a little will do it, huh?
Little will do it. We want it to be nice and concentrated when it comes out of the oven. Okay, and now we're just going to cover it with foil. And I'm going to go into a 450-degree oven on the middle rack. Nice hot oven will create lots of steam. We're going to go until it reaches 125 degrees in the center, which can take anywhere from 12 to 14 minutes. Okay, so that's been about 12 minutes. So we're gonna take a little peek inside.
Ooh.
So we're gonna look for about 125 degrees in here. And that is beautiful. Okay, so now our trusty foil sling is gonna come in handy. Let a little of that moisture drain. All right, and then we just come over to our platter here, and we just slide everything down.
Boy, that nonstick spray really did the trick, huh?
Beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I like to just space them nice and evenly in there. So we've got amazing flavor in here. We've got our fish juices, we've got all of those awesome ingredients we added for the sauce, and those aromatics. So we want to access all of that. So I'm going to strain it off and just press on those aromatics, make sure we get every last drop out. It's beautiful.
I like that it's not a fussy sauce. It's just the juices left in the bottom of the pan.
Exactly, it's packed with flavor. You wouldn't mind grabbing that? I'll bring the fish over here.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna pour this sauce all over our fish here. Mmm. You want a nice deep platter for this because there's plenty of sauce and it looks beautiful too. And now my beautiful bias cut scallions go over the top.
Ah, now it's coming alive. Little garnish goes a long way.
I've got 2 tablespoons of oil heating up in this 8-inch skillet over medium-high heat. We're gonna get this to just smoking. All right, so that is just starting to smoke. That is very, very hot oil. So I'm gonna turn off the heat. I'm gonna remove it from the heat and add my julienne ginger.
Ooh.
So we're looking for them to get a little bit brown and golden, a little bit crisp.
So the frying will mitigate that sharp ginger flavor and make a flavorful oil.
And this will take about 20 to 30 seconds. All right, that looks beautiful. You see how it gets nice and crispy and a little bit brown? Mm-hmm. So now it is time to put it over the fish.
All right. Oh. Oh, when that hot oil hits the scallions, you can smell that too.
So the final step is 1/3 cup of cilantro leaves and the thin stems.
So unlike parsley, the stems of cilantro are quite sweet.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. That's a looker.
Okay, it is time to dig in.
I'm really impressed with how this platter came around.
Right?
Yeah. This is definitely company worthy.
So then just a little bit of steamed rice as well.
The sauce catcher.
Get some sauce here.
Don't hold back.
Oh, I won't.
Oh, yeah.
Bon appetit. It's so good.
Perfectly cooked. And the flavor of the sauce, although flavorful, doesn't overpower the delicate cod. It really marries it nicely.
That frizzled ginger on top, it adds so much flavor. The oil adds a ton of richness.
I just got a hit of that ginger, and its flavor is really mellowed and it has a nice crisp texture.
I love the balance of really deep flavor from that soy sauce and then all the fresh stuff on top.
Well, this certainly takes my old steamed fish up a few notches.
Right?
Dan, this is wonderful.
Thanks.
So if you want to make this killer recipe for steamed fish, layer scallions, ginger, and garlic into a baking dish. Cover with a foil sling and arrange the fish on top. Pour soy sauce and rice wine over the fish, cover with foil and bake for just 12 minutes. Remove the fish from the dish, strain the liquid, and pour it over top. Finally, finish with a quick, warm ginger oil. From America's Test Kitchen to your kitchen, a terrific new recipe for oven steamed fish with scallions and ginger. Thanks for watching America's Test Kitchen. What'd you think?
Well, leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or you can just say hello.
You can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
I'll see you later.